December 31st, 2024, another year gone. Old Farts tournament this morning. Looks like we've got a pretty decent turnout. Air temp this morning is 68 degrees. Water temp is 65.1. Those fish may not be where they were at a couple weeks ago. I think they might have moved up some, just warmer waters, but we'll find out. All right, guys, hope to have something good later. Bye. Okay, guys, we're here. Only 2 boats came up this way. Everybody else went to Dodd and Todd, so that's good. Started to rain right before we took off. Didn't last long, but leave my rain suit on for a while. Let's see what we can do. Feels like a good one. Yeah. That's the way I want to start the day. Buzz baby. She's fat too. Big, but it's a fish. Barely got it. Yeah. Two's my small one. Buzzbait. GoPro, start recording. Okay, this is where I caught him last, or 2 weeks ago, out here on a crankbait. Beginning to wonder if they were still here, but I got one. And little fat too, small. But that thing swiped at it 2 or 3 times before it finally got it. I think number 2 is still my small one. This one's a little bigger than it, I think. I don't know, maybe not. All right, 9:20. We got 3 in the boat. Another one. Very big, but it's another one. Okay, number 4. Treble hook is really in him. Here's number 4. Number 5, if I can get it to the boat. All right, number 5. Well, do I stay out here and hope there's a big one in there? Or do I need to go do something else and try to find bigger fish? I don't know. It's a lot of fun though. think I'll be able to call with that one. Is my small. think it's number 10 in the boat. Left here for a little bit, and I just got tired of fighting the wind, and I came back. And about the third cast, got another one. Gotta be a big one in here. Gotta be. Chatterbait. I got tired of that grass getting hung up on the crankbait, so I thought I'll throw chatterbait in there. It's got one. Okay. Okay guys, appreciate you sticking around this long. I watch a lot of YouTube and I like to stay between 6 and 8 minutes. I lose my attention. The videos lose my attention if they go much over that, and I'm sure this one's gonna go over. I don't know yet. But anyway, appreciate you guys sticking around. Yesterday was the old farts. We took off and we had a brief rain shower, so I quickly threw on my rain suit, and before we got very far it quit. But had I not put it on, it probably would have had a downpour for the rest of the day, so I didn't want to be cold and miserable. And I kind of held back. I probably have the slowest, if not one of the slowest boats in the group, and I just let everybody else take off so I don't get run over or hold anybody else up in a canal. But I also get to see where everybody goes. Yesterday morning, most of the field went to Todd and Dodd. Two other boats went down towards Croft and Van Ness, which is the way I was going. So I thought, that's good. Pulled up towards my first spot. I came off plane fairly early along this point, and I had my graphs on. I was looking for the weed edge, and I thought to myself, I've caught a lot of fish off this point, and I had a trophy there 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So, and I thought, man, got this good southerly wind. It was pretty choppy. So I thought, man, this is perfect buzzbait weather. Didn't even have a buzzbait on the deck, but I got in my rod locker and got out a buzzbait. The first 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, I had my big fish of the day, 3.33 pounds. And it showed up on video, man. He slammed that thing. And it was fat. Anyway, so I thought, okay, maybe we got something going here. Maybe they've moved up because we've had a few warmer days recently. So I kind of finished fishing that point, and I worked my way back, and there's a little bay behind it of shallower water. So I was throwing that buzzbait around in there, and I caught a small one, which I eventually called out. It might have weighed a pound. And I fished for a while longer, didn't have anything else. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go back out where I was at on the 19th of December, where I'd found those fish on that weed edge. If you guys are familiar with Hernando, you've got all your pads and hydrilla up reeds, whatever, up shallow, up to about 5 to 8 foot of water, 6 foot of water in there, 5 to 8 foot. And then the hydrilla keeps on, but it's submergent to where anywhere 1 to 4 feet below the surface. Well, I found out 12 days ago that if I fish that edge where that hydrilla kind of ends, it's kind of an abrupt end, but there's still other chunks of hydrilla and weeds out there. The fish were holding there. So I started fishing that with my crankbait, an old shad wrap I had. In fact, this thing is so old, it's faded. The day I practiced, I still had rusty hooks on it. One of them was bent, and I still caught fish on it. But I decided that's the way I was going to fish. I put new hooks on this thing, and they were sticky. Anyway, I caught a fish fairly quickly. I think I had my limit by, I can't remember, 9:30, and by 10:45, I'd already called 3 times. And I ended up with my 3.33, and I had 4 fish that were almost all identical. And I thought, man, do I stay here? There's got to be bigger fish in there, or move someplace else and try something different. Now, I went someplace else for about 45 minutes, and all I caught was a pickerel. And I decided to come back over. Well, by that time, the wind had really picked up, and it was coming out of the west now. But I started catching fish again right away, so I just kind of stayed there the rest of the day. and I might have culled a couple more times, might have got, an ounce out of it. I don't know. But it was hard fishing. It wore me out. I don't have spot lock, and that wind made it really difficult. But anyway, we ended up with a good finish. I'm happy with it. It's just fun anyway. You win a few bucks for having a good time. But I appreciate you guys sticking around, and I got a few more things coming your way in the next few days, so keep your ears open. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.